I'm a black man born in America. I know what problems that exist in this country. But I also know there's far more good people than there are bad people in this country, regardless of who you are, what your ethnic background is. White, black, Hispanic, and beyond. I'm in a studio here in Las Vegas, and I'm looking outside, and I see people looking at me and smiling and saying, "What's up, Stephen?" They don't look anything like me. And I don't care, because they're showing me love, and I'm showing love right back to them. At some point in time, we got to recognize, can't just speak about it. Can't just give lip service to when such a vile act takes place. And we're going to give lip service to the tragedy of the moment. And then within 24 hours, we move on with our lives like nothing happened. Something did happen. Don't care what his political beliefs were. I don't care what he felt. I care about the fact that a man was gunned down in front of two of his children who are 5 years of age or less. That he's dead at the age of 31. That his wife is a widow. That his children are fatherless. Because his ideas and his beliefs differed from somebody else, apparently. And then I'm going online and I'm seeing people celebrating it. Shame. Shame on you.
What I do know for sure is that, you know, Charlie was someone who once said, guns save lives after a school shooting. Charlie was someone who was willing to debate and downplay the death of George Floyd in the hands of Minneapolis police.
I think he called him a scumbag.
Right, have no regard, downplay slavery and what Black people have gone through in this country by saying Juneteenth should never exist. And I think, there are a lot of people who are out there talking about him just wanting to have a civil debate.
Complete rewriting of history.
Yeah, there is nothing more effed up, than to completely pretend that, his words and actions have not been recorded and in existence for the last decade or so. And
she said there's nothing more effed up than that. So him dying isn't more effed up than what you just said?
It's interesting because they are two of the things that Charlie Kirk would speak out against the most. Muslim immigrants. And he would say that they're a threat to our nation. And of course they'd be happy he's dead because these two people don't have any American values. You got a British Pakistani Muslim and a Somali pirate Muslim. I mean, they're not American. They don't represent America. And
it shows they're actually better.
I'm not surprised that they have disrespectful comments because they don't represent what it means to be from America.
Please deport that.
Deport both of them.
Please
honestly.
deport her.
Deport both of them, honestly. They're both trash, and they both add no value to America and what America stands to be and what America is as a nation. I think they're everything that's wrong with the nation, if you want my honest opinion.
I'm glad that clip came out because it gives you a perfect example of what everybody's been saying on Twitter, guys. I never thought that this would it would come to this right here. Like I never thought that people would celebrate a death, but it's happening.
They are celebrating the death for sure. Like they won't let the man rest for not a day.
I truly just cannot believe this, and I'm like, just like they did Trump, I'm like, please, can I find a clip where I thought that he said something racist, and I cannot find it, guys. I can't. I looked everywhere. I've been searching Charlie racist, and I just haven't heard him say anything racist at all.
Because we know that he was not racist. We talked to the man. The man has. I really sat down with the man myself.
So we're gonna go through some of the tweets, but I'm gonna just run this video right here because this was a very viral one. This is what Black people hated the most. This clip right here, when he said Black people were better in the 1900s, basically, and the DEI, he said, if we get on a plane, that's what they hate. When they say, we get on a plane with a black pilot, we don't know if the pilot's qualified or not. That's what they hate. Charlie.
He also said he would have never questioned that before DEI. Therefore, not blaming the race of the person, but the policy of DEI.
Oh, well, people with brains understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, but after
let me see this clip though.
Man, my extreme level has went on another level, guys. I was extreme.
This is showing me like we really need, like, what we do is important. Like, we are in the game for real. Like, we need to do what we do. It needs to be said.
I don't think you niggas got a peanut of a brain.
This shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
It was evil, so he is condemning it.
They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. I mean, 4,000 black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
If that's your explanation, but I guess
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been
that
in the
affected
last 80 years.
the generational psyche of an entire group of people?
No, I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that. I'm just this shows.
I'm not
That's
discounting it.
That's the same thing that Byron Donald said, and they crucified him for saying that as well. No one is saying that slavery was good and that all these civil rights and all that stuff was good. All he's saying is, statistically speaking, there were more black fathers in homes. They were raising their kids more. Black people were committing less crimes during this time.
The family unit was stronger.
The family unit was stronger. That's what he's saying, that it's not a race problem. It's a culture problem. Something changed. The culture changed, and black people started acting different, committing crimes, and the thug like culture is what demised black people the most.
Is that not a fact?
Not the slavery. Because after slavery, even a black man, Byron Donald, said it. You can look up the stats right now. Black people were doing better statistically speaking. These are facts and these are stats. Maybe it's rude to say that, I guess. Maybe y'all are offended by that.
I don't think that's rude.
It's just, it's what it is. It's numbers.
I mean,
Google it.
but truly the argument was he was asking what happened between now and then.
Yes.
Because then things were better. The family unit was stronger. The crime rate was down. The employment rate was higher. The take-home pay rate was higher. Like the improvement pace of black people was much higher then than it is now. So I believe he's asking what happened. And she's talking about, well, lynch mobs and the entire psyche.
But I do
Okay,
agree
cool,
with that,
cool. And that's valid. That's a valid thing.
Point. That's a valid point.
What else happened? Because I don't know. These people like her are all performative. Like she's all performance.
Oh, I mean, I remember
All
when that clip
performance.
came out. Everybody said, "Oh, she just ate Charlie Kirk up." I'm like, okay, man, if y'all say so. At the end of the day, just because it's a debate doesn't mean this guy's racist. It doesn't mean that you guys should be okay with him dying.
Celebrate death.
Like, and it's not even just regular death, assassination. He got shot in the neck and his family's able to go back and watch that video.
They were there in person.
Yeah, they were there. So it's just like, man,
You can't say you're a good person if you celebrate death.
People are mad because they don't like his opinion. I think the thing that people like Charlie Kirk is because he was unapologetic about his opinion and he stood firm in his opinion. And dude, I agree with everything he said? No, but I'm a man. I'm not going to agree with everything anybody say. I don't even agree with everything they say. And we do this every single day. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I met the man, he showed me respect. That's enough for me. You know, he can think what he think. I can think what I think. But as long as we in the same place and we have mutual respect for one another, you know.
I'm going to be real. I haven't heard him say anything that I disagree with yet.
Me, it's about 98%. I agree with it.
I have not seen the clip that I don't like.
And some people say it's some things that y'all agree with Charlie say, not just us. They like on the internet. They were like, somebody said on Twitter, they were like, oh, so it's some people out here that agree with one thing Charlie said. I'm like, I agree with everything.
I need to see the clip of where I don't, I need to see the clip.
And I need to see a racist clip.
I think he was pretty well spoken.
This is what they don't like.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
I agree.
You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
That was the crazy part right there.
I
I see why they would take issue with that
I
part.
rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color. But I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
She said it.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course, that's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policy that turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through.
Basically, they're saying they benefited from affirmative action, and they're trying to use that as a persuasive argument. Affirmative action lowers the qualifications on entry standards for people based on race and sex. So what he's saying is, you guys are saying you're benefiting from them lowering standards of people smarter than you and meeting a quota of people who hit a lowered standard based on race to get in. And you guys are using that as some sort of good thing. And Ketanji Brown Jackson notoriously votes pretty bad in the Supreme Court. I know a lot of people take issue with it. I remember one time she voted on something and said she didn't want to read it. She said it was too much fluff and boring. That's literally your job. Joy Reid is literally insufferable. One of the biggest race baiters on TV. They fired her because she's so awful. She's literally ridiculous.
And he spoke on those people named directly. That tweet said that he said black women. He did not say black women. He said those names specifically.
Yeah, and then those specifically
are
black women.
Candace Owens. Why didn't say Candace Owens? That's a black woman.
She impresses me.
Okay. So he wasn't saying, it's not about the race. It's about the content of your character and the things that you are saying.
He also said you guys are using this affirmative action and like saying you benefited from it and trying to be persuasive, like, oh, I benefited from it. And he's saying,
that's not a good
like, that's
thing.
going to wow us. Like, people are happy with your performance when all these people he's named have notoriously been criticized for their performance. Joy Reid, terrible performer. Michelle Obama, changed school lunches. A lot of things they don't like about Michelle. A lot of things they don't like about Ketanji Brown. And I know Sheila Jackson Lee, man. I remember one time she showed up to something, she showed up for her own press conference, put the wrong dates, was cursing out her workers and whatnot. So, I mean, all these people have been criticized for their performance, yet they're advocating for something that discriminates. And it's like, obviously I can see where his criticism was coming from if I just look at that from a logical perspective.
They can't look at that from a logical perspective.
It's emotional.
And that's why
they're just emotion because he came at 4 black ladies.
Yeah, I just can't deal with y'all.
But not because of the skin, not because of their skin color, because of the things they say and the dangerous things that they push. Why doesn't he say these things about Candace Owens? You know, why doesn't he say things about us?
That's the thing.
Why doesn't he say these things about Byron Donalds, Wesley Hunt, people who are actually pushing narratives that will benefit black people?
What if Charleston White got shot? Would people be praising it? Some will.
Yeah,
some will.
Of course they
would.
But
as many
black
people as black people that are praising it,
no, not as many. Not as many.
I don't think it'll be the
same. Not as many. And Charleston goes harder.
10 times harder.
1,000,000 times
harder. So because
harder.
he's a white man, now he's racist and all these different things. Yeah. People believe these things, guys.
That's real.
People believe
that's
it.
That's a good point.
I believe it.
If Charleston died, they like some people would be happy, but
it wouldn't be like this.
It wouldn't be like this at all. It wouldn't. And that's a good point. And he says way crazier things. Honestly, when this happened to Charles yesterday, I got very concerned because we've said crazier things.
I know.
We've said way crazier things.
You know what they call us, coon. We get a coon, he get a racist, and it's like, are y'all gonna be happy that if one of us gets shot, y'all gonna be happy?
No, somebody replied to our tweet, y'all be careful, they might be after you. Some black guy in Houston said, hopefully. Fuck?
You see? Hey.
What's wrong with you,
But
dude?
look, guys, we're gonna get into what all the stuff that black people are saying on the internet. It's just insane.
So the racist conservative Charlie Kirk was shot today while speaking at a college in Utah. Charlie Kirk is a racist. He's a far-right conservative MAGA racist who always talk bad about black people. One of the main talking points that he liked to use was that black people commit the most crimes, although we are 13 or 16% of the population.
See, they're not bright, bro. They're not bright.
She don't even know what percent of the population.
They're not bright.
But the stats, that's a stat. Why are you mad at a stat?
Oh, people don't believe it. I told my dad that. Oh, I just don't believe that. Look, he said, but the white boys, they out here committing rape. I showed him the stat. I showed him the stat. I said, who commits more rape, black or white? Guess who did, Brock? I'm
it's
sorry. Guess who did?
It's interesting because a lot of people try to deny this statistic because the statistic is based off arrests, and they be like, "Well, it's based off arrest, and black people are the most likely to be exonerated."
Hold on. You can base it off homicides. Who got
convictions?
Booked?
Yes. You need, everyone knows you need evidence in America. People don't get locked away in America. We're the softest country on crime. You're not going to get put in jail for a crime that you did not commit often. Does it happen? Sometimes, yes. But most times, everyone in jail says they innocent, they ain't do it.
Hey, guess what? My daddy, he said, oh, the white boy, they committing rape. They committing rape more than the white man. I mean, the black. White boys committing rape more than a black man. Looked it up. Black man commit rape 6 times more. Oh, I don't believe them stats. I don't believe it. Then he pull up a stat. He's like, look at this stat. So you believe your stat? They not right, bro. They not right.
Come on.
I'm going to keep it on real,
What
bro.
stat did he pull up?
Bro. I don't even know what stat he pulled. Oh, the black women got the most degrees. I said, you know what? You don't have to show me that stat. Oh, God, you don't have to show me that stat. Because I know black women. And you telling me black women are smarter than...
But what does that prove, though?
It doesn't prove anything. Asian women have more degrees.
But still, what does that prove?
I would like to point out something. So, yes, black women do have a lot of degrees, but they're still out-earned by the same black men who don't have as many degrees. Why? Because what are they getting degrees in? I remember we looked at a DEI stat. I'll never forget this stat. When we saw that 300,000 black women lost their job. I was like, okay, why are not white women losing their jobs under DEI? And it said that black women get degrees in stuff like social work and get DEI-reliant jobs, and white women under DEI get degrees like economics and business and accounting and get more secure, stable jobs, which makes them get paid more and things like that. And I said, that's very interesting.
Also, the number one predictor of success, not only, but is who you marry. And so if black women are marrying black men, and black men, 6% of the population, are committing 56% of all homicides, well, then it's going to be hard for the black women to be successful when they're married to, I'm sorry.
I would like to point out something.
A high chance of
I don't think that those men that are committing the crimes are the ones that are getting married. Because we know that the single motherhood rate is super high. I think those crime committers are are adding to the single motherhood rate, and the women that's getting married are not in that category. I'm gonna get some grace here. I think those two are two separate categories of people.
I was done with this shit when I seen the Hispanics make $20,000 more than what black people make a year. Black people average 50,000. Hispanics make average 70,000, guys, and they making more babies. Come on, bro. Let's make it make sense, bro. Let's make it make sense, guys. But you can't call that out, though, apparently. Or if you die, they gonna praise it.
One of the main talking points that he liked to use was that black people commit the most crimes, although we are 13 or 16% of the population.
And still do
Which is a lie, by the way. But you want to know the irony of it all? Now that he's been shot and possibly unalived, the fact that it was another Caucasian man that did it and possibly unalived him is so ironic. Because Mr. Charlie Kirk wholeheartedly believed that black people were the most violent or the most criminal people. And for him to be shot and killed by another white man just goes to show how none of his talking.
Yeah, man. Maybe slavery wasn't too long.
I want to point out something. This is something I always notice from black people like her. They always point out the fact that white conservatives point out the criminality among black people, and they always deny it like it's not a thing. We know that black neighborhoods, the hood, is dangerous. Who is making the hood dangerous? Why are people getting robbed and killed and arrested in the hood? Why is there so much crime there? Who is committing that crime? It's not white people. It's not Hispanics. Majority of the time, almost 99.9% of the time, it's other black people. So it's interesting to me that they never want to point out the fact that there's this element of criminality amongst black people, and especially amongst our youth men. But if someone else of another race points it out, you're racist, you're a white supremacist, and you hate black people. And to me, that's almost like intellectually dishonest, because I know that all black people know that there is an element of criminality among black people. So why is it a problem when people of other races point it out? But if you said, well, white people do this and that and they're racist, you're not racist?
They bring up police brutality,
it's fucking
bro.
ridiculous.
I was arguing about somebody with
It's
that the
fucking
other day.
ridiculous to
They said,
me.
so why you don't bring up the police brutality? Brother, here's the stat. It's only 200 of them that died in a year. 8,000 black people died in their own community. But it's less of them, right? I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, it's just like, man, if we gonna have a debate, let's just have a debate about it. Like, it's just crazy to me, man. But I mean, hey, man, people are happy about it, and it's just absurd to me. Look, they asked somebody
happy about murder.
They asked somebody on UT campus, are they happy? They said, well, how do y'all feel about Charlie Kirk getting shot? Some people say they're
This is
happy.
in Austin. Have you people ever been to Austin? It's pretty gay out there.
Yeah, look
Pretty
at
liberal.
that. Yeah. Look at these people.
More of them voted for Kamala than in LA, a high percent. That's shocking.
It's not shocking at all if you've ever been to downtown Austin. There's literally pride murals everywhere. Their slogan is "Keep Austin Weird." It's literally the liberal utopia of Texas. Like, that's where people from California are going, to Austin. It's liberal as hell.
Look at these people, man.
You see.
Hey, bro, and the cherry on top, the icing on the cake was the shooter was not black. They clapped him. Get him out of here, coach. Get that nigga out of here. New op pack.
See, that's crazy, bro.
And this is why. I mean, this
is crazy, bro.
I hope everyone blocked me for me posting Charlie Kirk, posting that pic of us with Charlie. Just block me.
What the heck is this?
Go ahead and block me.
Celebrating death. You're celebrating death.
Can't get down with that one.
Just crazy to me, man. Like, you can't use your words. Then they compare it to George Floyd. We comparing someone that used their words versus someone that didn't do good in their actions.
George Floyd was arrested like 17 times.
In his actions. What did his actions show?
Maybe not 17 times.
Gun to a pregnant
he was
woman's
one of
stomach.
those people with the rap sheet.
Oh,
It's interesting because in the gun to the pregnant woman's stomach, apparently they say she picked him out of a lineup and he took a plea deal and pleaded guilty. That's what they say. I mean, why did you plead guilty if you're innocent? I would have maintained my innocence if I felt I was innocent. Me.
They said God is good.
Pooh, boy, that is blasphemy.
It's weird.
That is pure blasphemy.
It's never been that serious.
White supremacists. Yeah, guys, I mean, hey, man.
I can't.
I don't know if YouTube's ready for the meme, but
I'm
I'm
disassociating from anybody who celebrates death.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. And I didn't see none of this crap till this morning. Like,
I was seeing it instantly.
But I guess it was happening all last night. Look on the bright side. He don't have to worry about if black pilots are qualified anymore. The idea that black people would pray for a racist is insanity.
Shit, y'all play for rappers that kill other black people, but
free him.
A guy who says some words that y'all don't like. He hurt our feelings.
Bro, and they just don't understand why people were upset about the George Floyd guys. Cities were burnt. Like, I don't, like, this was literally a scam. They said
he was a chess piece.
BLM made $90 million. They only donated $2 million.
They used him as a chess piece to get people on their side.
I'll be honest. Again, I said this at the beginning. I didn't agree with everything Charlie Kirk said and all his opinions. But I mean, it's never been this serious.
Not the video. I wanted you to show me one.
To act like this guy was just like the evil dictator and just so hurtful. Like, he was having open debates with people that disagree with him. He'd never insulted them in the debate. Like, he just openly spoke about his opinion.
Yeah, like, he didn't. The black person he was debating, he said, "Well, I mean, you might be a criminal."
He never
that
said
would have
that
been.
to
I'm like, "Oh, whoa, Charlie." He never said that. He just calling out what we call out as black people.
He would articulate in debates super well, and people would feel stupid because he would actually just win the debate, and then they could not stand it.
I just don't understand why everybody's so mad at him for having an opinion. Like, y'all have opinions. I mean, like, we got.
No, actually, what
doesn't make sense.
What
to me.
Jabari said, I couldn't believe. Actually,
Oh, Bakari.
Yeah, whatever his name is. This might have been the worst tweet it was. Look, he said Trump. Who the hell is?
She's the governor of Michigan.
Who the?
Governor of Michigan.
The storming of the Capitol.
What does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with anything? He's talking about
January
he's talking
6th.
about political violence against the left. That's what he's talking. He's talking about Trump is mad about political violence against the right, but he didn't mention the political violence against the left. That's
Like
what he's
the
talking
dude
about.
didn't just die yesterday.
Like, fuck, man.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. This just makes me feel more strong about what we do, truly. You know, I was talking to my pastor today. He was like, I was talking to him about this. I was like, yeah, hit home because, you know, like we interviewed dude, we knew dude and all that. He was like, well, you know, it's like, he's like, it's dangerous. And he was just like, you know, do you really like, are you really about what you saying? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, then that's, you know, he was about what he was saying. And that's, you know, basically you got to be ready to, you know. And I'm like, well, damn it, that's how I feel. I'm ready. Like, it is what it is.
You know, it's very interesting, man.
I mean, this tweet, like, I mean, he's thinking this is comical, but I mean, hey, like,
I just don't understand why everyone thinks like pointing out the criminality among black people in a generalized statement makes all black people bad. Because like when y'all say white people are evil or white people are
not
racist,
a problem. Never
it's
a
not
problem.
an issue. But like you know that all white people aren't racist because there are white people who parrot that same point. But if someone says the same towards you, you get offended.
Oh.
Like I remember on X, there was a black girl who was making fun of the way Hispanic women are built. She was like, "Oh, built like a Mexican."
They always
like,
do this.
Like black women built great. No disrespect, there are a lot of beautiful black girls. Love y'all, but there are a lot of fat ones. A lot of fat ones.
But it's like,
and if we look at
black people talk
statistics,
about every race.
you are the fattest race of women, statistically speaking. But no one pointed that out though. So it's like, you know, like it's interesting. Like people can make generalized statements about other people, but I don't know, man.
Like, you know, hey, man, after this though, but you don't see too many. I seen maybe one Hispanic speak on there, and that's why they will forever be above the black race, forever in the United States.
Oh wow,
forever. There's only niggas talking about this. He was going against immigration.
That was a little
I don't
extreme.
care. He was against immigration.
He was against illegal immigration.
Okay, yeah, illegal. That's what I meant. Illegal immigration. No Hispanics online just crying about this shit. You see the left. That's why that tweet was stupid. He said, "Oh, the left. Yeah. You see weirdos on the left, and then you see weird black people talking about this. Like I don't get it, bro.
If you celebrate death, bro, don't come around me, bro.
That's what we talk about. Black violence, the violence in our community, and the people on the left. That's all we talk about. That's what he talks about. So I don't get it, man. That's what the right talks about, you know?
And
so,
everything is backed up with stats.
Yeah.
These things aren't made up.
Yeah, that's what's more crazy
All
about
these things that we say are backed up with stats.
I don't understand why black people are so offended when people say black people are violent.
They can't blame black people this time.
I just don't understand that. Like,
you know, we wouldn't blame black people if the stats weren't the way they are.
I don't know, man. I just think that's a little ridiculous. I think if you grew up around black people, you understand it. Like, there was an element of criminality among a lot of my peers growing up.
Hey, this is a good tweet right here. This
I'm
is
not
for,
trying
this
to,
is for a criminal.
And I'm speaking on this as a black man. Like, I'm not even trying to like denigrate black people or nothing. I'm just trying to be logical and factual here. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Like, as black people, we are at the bottom of almost every statistical category in society. Like, at what point do we try to fix this? At what point do we acknowledge that some of this stuff is not that crazy? When do we try to fix this? Like, come on, dog.
Like what does this have to do with slave owners, bro? I'm really just, man, I can't believe
These people,
this crap,
because
bro.
look, they still see themselves as slaves.
That's what I told my mama.
You literally see yourself as a slave if you think that, oh, well, if you side with the Republicans or you side with the white man, that's like slave. I mean, one time somebody called me, they said, you a house slave. I said, no, I'm not a slave, nigga. You are a slave. You still refer to yourself as a slave right now.
Who was Tamir Rice again?
He's a young boy that got shot in the store for picking up a BB gun. Or at the park or something.
Yes, these things are still sad, but that doesn't mean that like violence is bad no matter what. Celebrating violence is bad no matter what.
Bro, can y'all please, I just want to know, can y'all pull up a stat that white people are leading in any type of crime?
Bro, we've seen the stats a thousand
times. We know statistically a crime is more likely to be committed of someone that looks like you. So, knowing that, oh man,
he died over a drug overdose.
I'm
George Floyd literally died over. Come on, bro.
That's what it's a troll.
I know, but like he did. Charlie didn't. Like I just don't think these people. And look at, I'm just like more messed up about the support of the tweets. Like
bro,
it's a lot of people agreeing.
I'm not at all surprised.
I'm
bro.
not surprised.
Agreeing with this
I'm
crap.
not surprised. I've known this about these people.
That's why I like when people get upset at what I say, because I'm keeping it 100.
Like Charlie was not a terrible person, bro.
Then he just had extreme opinions, bro. And
the
man was concrete.
They weren't extreme.
The man was
Extreme
concrete in his opinions. Like, if y'all think
extreme to them,
saying that black people is criminals or have an element of criminality among our race is racist, then I mean, hey.
Like, I don't understand.
People racist. I might be racist because I think that's a fact.
Oh, I know.
It's not racist.
I think that's a fact.
How could a stat be racist? It's a stat.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
People
a
right
number.
here.
That number is racist.
And I want y'all to know something. I speak on when I say the comments that I say, I'm speaking as a black man that wants better for black people. Like, look at y'all clap and cheer for Jasmine Crockett when she get up there and ask ghetto. Because when she was talking articulately and calm, nobody gave her cheers. But now she, sister girl, yeah. Y'all love it. Oh. But she wasn't in the hood. She was in private school, private college, law school. Y'all hoods, y'all can't afford that. Why could she afford that? And you can't. And she supposed to be like you.
I just
I
can't
don't know,
believe,
man. Don't make no sense to me, man. It's not making any sense, guys.
Saying facts is racism, bro.
But
Like,
then
look at this tweet, bro.
Black people say all this, oh, white people this, white people that. And then white person does one little thing that they don't agree with, now they're racist. But the black people aren't racist also?
No, it's interesting. They say white people this and that, but if someone of another race says, well, black people this,
Racist.
you're racist.
Exactly.
Like you're just supposed to kiss black people ass or something.
Now, even on ESPN, bro, I remember one time, like, it was a small thing, but I remember just thinking, like, every time I see a situation, I'm like, okay, if the roles were reversed here. I remember Emmanuel Acho and Ryan Clark and them were on there talking about how white people don't take showers and white people stink. I said, so if the roles were reversed, this would be CNN headlines. But it's okay, because it's against any other race than black people.
But I went to school with just a majority niggas before, and they're just not smart, bro. The things that they learn, the niggas can't write, niggas barely can read. So I mean, this
it's
correlation
ninjas though. Not it's just ninjas.
It's a lot
it's
of
ninjas.
About 70%, 80%.
Come on, man.
I'm being real, bro. But that's what I'm saying though. Tweets like this will make y'all stupid. Like, bro, look up the stats. So y'all are saying that New York City safer than Utah? Like what are you saying, bro? Things are gonna happen. Pennsylvania, Butler, Pennsylvania is probably safe. Trump almost got shot there. It's just not. It's just like, man, I don't think people. Yeah, man, this shit's crazy to me.
But this is exposing a lot of people to me, and it's just like, yeah, I don't even want to be associated with half of y'all.
They were mad at Harry for saying this is fucked up.
That was Dean. He started crying.
Oh yeah, they were mad at that.
View. Yeah, he started crying.
They were mad at him for that.
He said it was fucked up that people was making fun of him, and as soon as he saw it, he cut the stream. You know, and I will give him his props because I dislike Dean, you know, but he did a very human thing. He said, this is messed up. He took a second to address what happened. He said, I'm not going to play it. I'm not even going to speak on what I just saw. It was awful. It was the worst thing I ever saw. Then he started crying. He broke down in tears and said his children are there. He said, under my standards, Charlie Kirk is a bad person, but he did not deserve to die. He even said, he came out and said that people on the left, if you guys make this a politics thing and say he deserved this, I'm going to side with the right. And he's one of the most liberal people there is. He has white guilt.
And this messed me up. At the end of the day, even the most activist and leftist white man is still a white man.
100,000, 5 million views.
What?
So what if you said that about, you know, if somebody said that about black people, it would be.
I just, man, all these tweets I didn't agree with, not one of them, guys.
It's interesting. Bad. People are still talking about Gaza. I agree that what's happening in Gaza is
Everybody
awful.
knows that's messed up.
I agree with what's happening in Gaza is awful. I've said that from day one. But I believe, and this is going to be a controversial take. If you vote left, you vote right. Both sides are going to let what's happening happen. There's nothing that we can do as Americans. Y'all can do the much protest, say what you want, and unionize. Both sides of the U.S. government are going to allow that to happen. We've seen that already. So why are we still talking about this shit?
What is it? 94% of Congress is funded by AIPAC.
Oh, man, it's fucked up. I agree. It's children being blown up. But listen, nothing we say or do is going to change that. I think it's wrong. I think it's completely wrong. But y'all saying, he was in favor of what's happening in Gaza. He deserved to die. That's crazy. So millions of Americans deserve to die? 94% of Congress deserves to die? Come on, dog. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
When does Charlie ever said a black person wasn't human? I just don't understand, man.
He was so racist, but he flew 4 black dudes out, got them a hotel, and introduced them to Trump.
He started the black exit for black Republicans. And he had Latino exit for Latinos.
I remember he got up there on the stage at the Blexit thing, and he said one of the hardest things. He said, I have more respect for black conservatives than any other group of people. He said that out of his mouth because he said it is so hard to be a black conservative because of the hate you get from your own people. He said, I respect y'all more than anybody else, and that is one of the hardest things to do. But he's racist.
I'm just scared because you could die for speaking facts, bro. Like he just was speaking his mind.
We in the game. It happened to us.
And he was an influencer.
But we pray that the angels over us.
He's not
we hope it doesn't.
a politician, an influencer.
You know, I've had a lot of positive interactions with people about what we do, but
ever since yesterday, I promise you, I'm gonna go to the bathroom without my Glock. Not playing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm about to get my CCL. Man. I'm not even gonna put my life up to chance. I'm carrying that shit everywhere. I'm about to go buy a new gun, actually. I'm about to go get a new concealed carry.
I don't understand, man, but hey, man, the education system is failing these people. That's all I'm gonna say. Education system is failing.
It's more than that. It's just
everybody failing.
The
community is
the
failing.
culture is failing.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to me, man. Then they're gonna say, "Oh, the left." It is the left and blacks. That's what people call out. That's what the rights is calling out right now. And they call out stuff that white people do that are wrong too. I just don't get it, man. I just truly don't get it. And then a junkie could get his knees, his junkie could die, and the world gonna blow up. It's just crazy to me, guys. Let us know what y'all. I mean, hey, they were defending Carmelo. They even defended the dude that slammed the door on the cop, the white cop.
They defended Rampage Jackson's son. And Rampage himself said, I haven't talked to my son since that incident. I damn near disowned him. But y'all defended him. His own dad said, I can't defend him.
Violence and death is sad no matter what. Just because you don't agree with someone does not make violence and death okay, ever.
R.I.P. Charlie, man. He a goat in my eyes, man. We out of here.